I went viral on TikTok for stabbing my mom 79 times. Hello, I am Isabella Guzman and this is my story. I began having behavioral issues at a young age. My mother sent me to live with my biological father, Robert Guzman, when I was around 7 years old due to these concerns. I eventually moved back in with my mother, but I continued to struggle throughout my teen years, and I soon dropped out of high school. In August 2013, my relationship with my mom, Yunmi Hoi, deteriorated quickly. According to my stepfather, Ryan Hoi, I became more threatening and disrespectful towards my mother, and on Tuesday, August 27, my mom and I had a particularly nasty argument that ended in me spitting on my mom's face. I emailed my mom the very next morning that simply read, "You will pay." Terrified, my mom called the police. They arrived at the house that afternoon and spoke with me, telling me that my mother could legally kick me out if I didn't start respecting her and following her rules. My mom also called my biological father and asked him to come and have a talk with me. Robert Guzman, my father, arrived at the house that evening. He later recalled, "We sat down in the backyard looking at the trees and the animals, and my dad started to talk to me about the respect that people should have for their parents. I thought that I made progress," he later told police. But just hours later, he'd discover that their conversation had tragically done nothing at all. On the night of August 28, 2013, my mom arrived home from work around 9:30 p.m. She told her husband she was going upstairs to take a shower, but he soon heard a thud followed by blood-curdling screams. Ryan Hoi rushed upstairs just in time to see me slamming the bathroom door shut. He tried to push through, but I had locked it and was pushing against the other side. When he saw blood seeping beneath the door, he raced back downstairs to call 911. When Ryan Hoi returned, he heard his wife say, "Jehovah," and then saw me open the door and walk out with a bloody knife. I didn't say a word and simply exited the bathroom, staring straight ahead and walked past him. He ran into the bathroom and found my mom naked on the floor with a baseball bat beside her, covered in stab wounds. He tried to resuscitate her, but she was already dead. I had slashed her throat and stabbed her at least 79 times in the head, neck, and torso. By the time police arrived, I had already fled the scene. They quickly launched a manhunt, informing the public that I was armed and dangerous. Officers found me in a nearby parking garage the next afternoon, my pink sports bra and turquoise shorts still covered in my mother's blood. On the day of my arraignment hearing on September 5, 2013, I had to be dragged out of my cell. And when I finally got to the courtroom, I made a series of bizarre faces at the camera, smirking and pointing at my eyes. I pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. A doctor testified that I was suffering from schizophrenia and had experienced delusions for years. And that I hadn't even realized I was stabbing my mother. She also added that I thought I killed a woman named Cecilia in order to save the world. I had no idea I would soon be internet famous due to my strange court appearance. In 2020, various TikTok users began posting videos from my 2013 arraignment. Some were set to the hit Ava Max song, Sweet But Psycho. Others showed creators attempting to imitate my odd facial expressions from the courtroom. I quickly gained a fan base online. Commenters noted how beautiful I was and said I must have had a good reason for killing my mom. One video compilation of my court hearing gained nearly 2 million views. People even began making fan pages in my honor on Facebook and Instagram. Meanwhile, I was still in the mental health institution, undergoing therapy and trying to find the proper medications for my schizophrenia. In November 2020, I petitioned the court for my release, claiming I was no longer a threat to those around me. In June 2021, I was granted permission to leave the hospital for therapy sessions.